Well, every day more Australians are being forced into self-isolation while others are doing so on their own accord.
But keeping the COVID-19 germs out and cutting the risk to family members doesn't stop at the front door. This morning, we look at the simple things you should be doing around your home to avoid spreading the potentially deadly disease. Britt Cohen reports.
Good evening. As we go to air tonight, Australia has moved into unprecedented territory.
Since the news broke, we've been told to wash our hands thoroughly, not touch our face, and cough into our elbows. It's all good advice, but what hygiene rules should we be following at home?
What we know about this infection and how it transmits, it's droplets, so it's being sneezed out, coughed out, and it is sitting on surfaces.
Well, if you or someone you live with at home is in self-isolation, everyone sharing the same space is at risk. But health experts say having a household plan is key, and that starts with designating a room to the infected person.
Cleaning expert Anita Burgess is sharing her top tips. First, the bedroom.
We want to think of the high-touch areas, and in a bedroom it often happens at the bedside table. So think about things like the lamp switches, the remotes. You have to have your own glass of water to drink out of, your mobile phone and switches. I want you to use antibacterial wipes and wipe them all down at least once a day.
When it comes to disposing of used tissues, don't leave them on the bedside table. Instead, throw them into a lined bin.
So what do we need to know about cleaning the bed sheets?
Okay, first of all, only the person who is quarantined should be using the bed sheets, nobody else in the home. You should take them down once a week to be cleaned with gloves on, wash them thoroughly on a high temperature.
While every home is different, infectious disease expert Holly Seal from the University of New South Wales says a family room is another good option for self-isolation.
And it may mean sleeping on the couch for a week or so, or using a blow-up mattress on the floor. But what we can do in this space is ensure that other family members aren't coming in here.
Now, Holly, what about ventilation in the room that someone's isolating in?
The guidelines are all saying that we should have at least a window open to ensure that there is air coming into the room where you are isolating to make sure that germs are, not going around.
But sometimes shared spaces are unavoidable.
In households where there is only one bathroom, for example, and you need to share that facility, the recommendation is that the person who is a positive or confirmed case or suspected, that they are the last one to use the bathroom. Once they've finished using that bathroom, it would then be on them to try and clean that bathroom up afterwards.
I don't want you to use sponges. They hold the bacteria in and are no good to be cleaning surfaces with. I want you to use a bleach spray and then wipe it down with a microfiber cloth. Then I want you to use a spray disinfectant, but do not wipe it down with a cloth. Let it air dry. That way it will keep everything protected.
Now, a major problem is stock on the shelves. So we've got some cleaning products here, but a lot of people can't find these in the supermarkets now. Is there an alternative?
Yeah, that's a good question. So there has been some suggestions that people go and make their own products, but really we don't need to get to that point because we may not make something that is appropriate and it may also not be very safe. Really what we're trying to access is a product that has a bleach in it to use. Maybe you need to call on a family member or a friend and say, can I please borrow? That is your best approach right now.
And if you need to leave your designated area, here's something to keep in mind.
So we know that masks and respirators play a really important role, but we're trying to reserve them for our clinical settings. For people who are in the house, the encouragement is not to wear a mask. There is no evidence to support that wearing masks will stop any spread. Stay 3 steps away from you and just clean those surfaces instead.